we've got Jason Southwest Pole. You good? And of course, Ball So Hard University, Alden Iowani. Although I'm going to get to that where you're at in a minute. And we're going to go through that, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're going to do it first. We got some crazy stuff for you. So we got some bracketology. I feel like that camera's like really crooked.
It's fine.
No, I mean, I just pointed it out.
Good.
Half my arm is off. All right. We've got bracketology. I got 5A girls and boys. The 5A boys I'm not completely confident in. So you guys are going to see some
People are going to be mad at Adam Deal.
Yep.
the girls, I think I got it. The
first
boys,
choice.
I'm doing a lot of speculation, and I don't know where to place West Mesa because they like beat teams and they lose to teams. And it's kind of crazy.
The
so
Friends.
West Mesa in or out, they could help themselves this week though. But anyway, we're gonna get into bracketology.
All right.
Right? That's like it's that time of year, last week of hoops. But it's time for some hype or not hype with Alden Iowani.
Ooh.
Alden Iowani, Ball So Hard University. Slam dunking.
Of course.
Is it just an artistic expression, or is it more than that? My name's Alden Iowani, and this is this week's top 5 slam dunk competition dunks. Let's go for it. Spud Webb.
Yep.
You know what? If you're shorter than me and you can win a dunk contest, that's got to be in the top 5 automatically right off the bat.
Bud was legit.
Like he literally could stack himself twice, and his head might hit the rim.
It's pretty good.
If he stood on his shoulders.
If he stood on his shoulders
Yeah.
from top to top, yep. Might even need some wingspan to hit it.
Like, I mean, look at the ups on that. Like, that's what I was like, when I was going through these pictures, I was like, man, these guys get up.
Yeah.
Like, they literally get up. Defying gravity, saying, you know what, just because I'm short doesn't mean I can't win a slam dunk contest.
I mean, if Josh
what you
Brown
call
would
an athlete.
jump, you could maybe
I've got,
slide an index card underneath
Yeah,
him.
maybe a 2-inch vertical.
Yeah.
Right?
You know, not an athlete anymore. Not an athlete.
Proview Combine.
Right.
Proview Combine.
Yeah, we do the 10, not the 40 here.
So yeah, Spud Webb to all you shorties out there that wish they could dunk.
I
It
like
can be done. It can be done.
Heck yeah, man. The GOAT.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
he's the GOAT in these.
Yeah.
He's my favorite, I think.
Is he not?
I'm just gonna spoil it and just say I put 2 in this one. I had
Yeah,
to.
you have to with him,
but
man.
I put this one just in the back half just to do it. But the windmill 360 dunk.
Look where his head is. Like you were just saying, how high they get. His head is at least like what?
And he's already rotated
yeah, he's
all
already
the way
rotated.
around too. So like he got up higher than even that picture. But this is the best solo performance I could say, like hands down. Vince Carter 2000 slam dunk contest with the windmill.
The windmill. That was a huge
because
dunk.
the windmill was Dominique's trademark move, and then he did the 360 and added the 360 to it. And also in this dunk contest, he also did the legendary put the arm all the way.
all the way in
He
it.
dunked with
just held there.
and held
Beautiful.
and held it there. So huge shot. Still in the
Still in the
league.
game. Still in the game.
Still in the league.
Yeah, Vince Carter.
And I mean those the old school Raptors.
It's like Jordan and
uniforms,
Jesus
like,
combined.
they're-
The songbird of our generation.
Fine.
And on that note, we'll go to the next one.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon.
All right,
this
guys.
poor guy, man.
I had to put him in this top 5 because nobody else will give
Right?
him the accolades
He ain't
that
gonna
this
get it.
guy
He
deserves.
might be the best of all time.
Yeah.
If the NBA won't give it to it, Alden Iowani will give it to you.
You know what? And this one was my
lost last
favorite.
year.
The under the
This
legs.
year.
Look at that picture.
Over the
Like
mascot.
what I was talking about.
He's
them
sitting on
getting
a
up.
chair with his head even
Yeah.
with the rim, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Over puff. Over puff.
Exactly. And I mean, had to grab it off the mascot's head, do the in between the legs, and still dunk.
Right? Wasn't
And
he
you know what?
spinning too? Wasn't he just spinning on his
Might have been
thing?
some rotation.
Yeah, I think one of them he might have been on one of those rotating things.
But did he win?
He won this
No.
one.
No.
Didn't he? He didn't win
he
this
He
one.
lost to
this
Zach
one,
Levine,
too.
Oh.
Twice.
which Levine was good. Like, that one was closer.
Yeah.
This last one, there's no way he didn't win.
And We got a Lobo connection here with Drew Gordon.
Drew, the former
Drew Gordon's brother.
former Lobo.
All right, what else
product.
you got?
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh,
The in between the
The
legs.
in between. Look how high, like you said, look how high he is.
Like,
Just walking. That looks photoshopped almost.
That's insane.
Just here's a basket. Let's just throw Vince Carter on there.
it looks like he's just like doing a crossover dribble
Yeah.
between his legs.
That's
like
what
if
I'm
the
saying.
court was underneath him.
They just took the Photoshop and did that. That is real life, kids.
and then also too,
Oh, yeah.
the
From
final,
the free throw
finale,
line.
the go.
This is iconic.
Yeah.
This is
the
what
finale,
put his image on the shoes. You know.
The go.
He's above the rim.
Michael Jordan.
Again, Photoshop. It just looks Photoshop. He's that
Yeah,
high. He's that
literally.
high on there.
He's literally like even with the basket, and he jumped from
But
the.
that's from the free throw line.
All right, I want Zion Williamson to get into a dunk competition because I think he might just break the hoop.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, and
But
it
can he
doesn't
fly?
get much more iconic than this. So that's it for my top
Dang.
dunks.
Like
By
that.
the way,
that was
great, obviously, with the
Yeah.
top dunks. By the way, Zion Williamson, when he jumps and dunks, or he's doing alley-oops, he literally looks like a member of the Monstars. Just
Yeah,
how
he
big-
does.
I'm not
He
kidding,
does.
right? He
No, he does.
He grabs the ball like with his
Go for it, bro.
pinky and his, index finger. Like, it's just the way he looks like an animal.
Kobe.
And I mean, you
He's huge.
can't. You have to with this MJ dunk too. You got to start it first. You start from the free throw line, and then he said, "You know what? I don't even need to do it from the 3-point line. I'll do it from half court
Yep.
in game."
In game.
Buzzer beater.
That where you're right. There it is
Look
right
at-
there.
That's the win.
That's the win.
That's for the
Stretching
W.
the arm.
That's the win.
As only you
And
can
I
in
was,
Toonland.
the one I was thinking of putting in there, but I decided not to, was the Dwight Howard Superman, because you don't get points for not actually hanging on the rim.
Right.
Like if you throw, like that's my biggest discrepancy. Like if you throw the ball into the hoop just because you're doing the dunk action, doesn't make it a
Doesn't
slam
count. Yeah,
dunk.
that rim.
You got to
is-
get that rim.
that rim has to be rocked.
Rock the board has to be shaken.
Yeah.
Shake the backboard.
Shake the back.
Whoa, dang, shots
Whoa,
fired.
was that a shot at me?
That was a full-on
That's a
shot.
direct shot.
You
All right.
know, is it bracketology time?
Is it? You tell me.
I think it is.
Let's go.
Let's take-
Uh-oh. We'll start with girls. I don't want them to.
You don't want to
we don't
make
wanna
anybody
lose the
mad
viewership.
I don't
yet.
want to upset some people already. I'm going to upset some people, man.
Why are they upset? It's criteria. It's like you go by the criteria.
Well, I'm doing a little projecting
Las,
as well.
Las Cruces?
All right, so check this out. Hobbs are like, no way, we're undefeated. It's impossible that we can't have the 1 seed. Well, if you learned from last year from Las Cruces, yes, it is possible. And that being said, Piedra Vista, they're a district champ along with Hobbs. They have more district champ wins. They've got a worse record, so Hobbs wins there, but then they are higher in max prep rankings. They have not played, and so you do the math. It comes down to a tiebreaker with them not being played yet, have not played. Piedra Vista then gets a tiebreaker with max prep rankings. They are, as of now, the 1 seed. Hobbs then would be the 2. Now, Centennial's had a brilliant year. Centennial has some really good wins against some folks. They're going to be 3. You've got La Cueva. Now, it comes down to the coaches poll, which is really close between La Cueva and Volcano. Those two could flip, maybe. As of now, I've got La Cueva 4. I could see this switching. But Mayfield, brilliant season. They've got the head-to-head win against Sandia. That's why they'll be above Sandia. They don't have the credential to pass La Cueva or Volcano, though. Carlsbad, again, they kind of edge Ciebla. Now, this one also comes down to the coaches poll. I based their last criteria. Carlsbad lost to Ciebla, so that could flip as well depending on the coaches poll. Ciebla probably wants that home game really bad, so I know Lori Mabry is going to try to up her coaches poll presentation. It could happen. We'll see. Farmington has to be above West Mesa because of district, the way they're finishing. West Mesa's struggling in district right now really bad. The rest of their credential has them above Cleveland. Albuquerque High is above Oñate and Deming. Clovis slips in. I think Cruces, if they can steal some wins here at the end of the season, could find themselves in the tournament. Clovis could find themselves out. You did a terrible weatherman job.
I know, man. That was rough.
That was really
We're learning
bad.
here.
That was really bad.
So, guys, what do you think now that you've seen
Adam,
what
this is
so
completely
Oh my
wrong
God,
from
Adam.
top to
Wrong.
bottom.
Are you
Wrong.
kidding
What?
me? This is.
What are you even thinking?
I'm with you
Yeah.
on that. I could see Lisa Villarreal's team getting to there, the 4-seed swap if they beat Cibola. Don't they have the makeup game coming up
they're
here?
tied with the, yeah.
They have that makeup game against Cibola. I mean, that's
That's a really strong top
That is,
five,
man,
though.
that is.
What
You know,
stood out
it's
to me.
a strong top 7.
Yeah.
Sandia is 18-4, and they've beaten Volcano Vista once. Sandia has other really good wins. They're just good. Sandia's good. I'll tell you this: Albuquerque High School has a chance if they can beat Sandia at home, and they played a really close game. Albuquerque's coming along, which is crazy, because they were further down in the standings. But Albuquerque could actually tie Sandia for the district champ, which will help their case to jump some teams. We'll see.
You know what? And I got to give a big shout out to Lori Mabry. You know what? After last season, people were starting to count Cibola out.
That's stupid.
it's not wise.
Let me tell you something too. They're 17-5, and they lost to start their season. They lost 4 of their first 6 games, so they've only lost 1 game since then. And it's to Volcano Vista.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that.
That makeup game that got snowed out, they're going to do it.
And you know what's also going on too with this is that you know there's been the 11 seed played in the Metro Championship game, West Mesa.
Take a look at that, huh?
If that's the way it ends up, so I mean, this is a pretty open field, man. Like I feel like any of these teams on any given day could take home that blue trophy instead of that blue T-shirt.
Do you want a blue trophy, Jason?
It's simple.
Or do you want a blue T-shirt or blue trophy?
I don't know. T-shirts you can wear for a while, but trophies, they get taken away in 1 year.
T-shirts get remembered,
Yep.
but trophies never die.
Never die. Follow your heart, kid.
That's good stuff.
All right. Controversy. Boys.
Oh, hold on. Back to this one. I'm with Alden on that. That 11-9, 7. Look at all those lower seeds that could come in and just win
Farmington's
those state
playing
championships.
really
Farmington,
good right
yeah.
now.
I mean, that whole bottom half, they
Now
can win that
Hobbs
state
is like,
championship.
what are you guys talking about? We haven't lost.
Well,
they're right.
You're right, but it's state championship
right.
time, and we've seen crazier things happen.
But these are just the seedings, though. We're not saying that PV is going to win state.
No.
Yeah, this is
And
just
I mean,
this is
Hobbs-
Adam Deal's
the Hobbs
Proview
Eagles
bracketology. In no way is this set in stone.
are on the rebound from after having a huge lead in West Mesa in
They
that
had them
championship
crushed.
game. This is a redeem year for Hobbs, so watch out for those Hobbs.
See if it'll happen.
Jay Paul, you ready for some controversy or what?
Let's do it.
So Twitter sphere is about to explode.
Adam Deal.
At Adam
15.
Deal.
Hold on. We got to go to you. Adam Deal.
Send them to @Proview TV too. We'll all look at them. Oh man, William Benjamin is gonna kill you.
He is.
Can we do like a side by side of last week's?
Right? Yeah.
Just so the
Yeah.
hate can simmer in.
Oh, there's
people's
last
hearts.
week's. Oh man, look how much
Look at where Cleveland was
change
last
is
week.
that. Oh
All right.
man, though
I
you're giving
wanna
him
go
a
back to
1.
this. I want to go back to this. Santa Fe's going to kill. Everyone's going to kill.
Everyone's
this
gonna
is a bad.
Yeah.
record.
This is bad.
All right, listen. This is based off a couple projections. What I think is going to happen this week, which means it doesn't. If it doesn't happen, it can be completely different. All right, it could look more like that last bracket that Jason just showed. Now, look. So if Cleveland were to beat Cibola and Rio Rancho, no easy task. I'm just saying if they were to do that this week,
Already lost to Cibola this year.
and if Volcano Vista beat Atrisco at home, that would be a 3-way tie in district in which all the criteria would go to Cleveland. They would actually beat Las Cruces. Las Cruces is now below them in max preps. Las Cruces and them would both be district champs. Get this, Cleveland would have 8 district champ wins, which by far eclipses Las Cruces. Las Cruces would have a better record. And the coaches poll, so then they would tie and it would come down to, they did not play and it would come down to what? Max prep rankings. So
It's always max preps.
listen, that's if that scenario plays out. I also am ifing the scenario that that La Cueva ends up winning the district where they're at. But let's move on. So right now I have, if Cleveland can win out this week, I think they'll be the number 1 seed, I think. I think Volcano Vista just eclipsed Santa Fe barely for that 3rd seed, and I think Santa Fe fans Well, I know. Actually, I know Santa Fe fans are gonna be like, "You're wrong.
You are.
You have the Metro bias. You don't, have respect for us over here," which is completely inaccurate.
Criteria.
Coach soccer at Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly.
You went to Rio Rancho. It's criteria. I mean, it looks.
Capital just over Oñate barely. That 5-6 is pretty close. This is if Capital does not win the district. If Capital win the district, I still think Santa Fe will be ahead of them. But Oñate, we saw them against Cruces, guys. They played really
Aren't they in the
good.
same district?
Yeah, the Oñate was able to get a great win. They needed that because they would have been behind Centennial if they didn't. Okay, so Clovis and Hobbs both edge out at Trisco. They're both considered district champs right now. And then this is why La Cueva fans are going to be mad. Well, why don't we get a top 10 seed or top 8 seed? Top 8 seed, we're district champs right now.
Oh,
So
La
if
Cueva
La Cueva
fans are
win
always
their
mad.
district, well, yeah,
Just win.
they think, oh, Proview hates La Cueva. No, you hate yourself because you lost a lot of games that you should have won at the beginning of the season. And that's just how it is.
Just win.
They lost head-to-head to a Trisco. That hurts them. They're going to be seated behind them as of now, right now. That's what I think. Unless Max Preps changes, that's where they're going to be. El Dorado have hurt themselves, and they have to be seated behind La Cueva. That's how it goes. Rio Rancho's kind of earned themselves a spot just because of their
That rivalry game is if
Max
you won. They
Preps.
always beat each other on each other's home court. Cleveland went into Rio Rancho, beat them pretty handily already. I think that's going to be a good game coming in. I mean,
I
they're
think
playing
so,
Cleveland
too.
rivalry.
Here's where it gets tricky. West Mesa's on the outside. They beat Rio Rancho head-to-head, but then they lose to everybody else head-to-head, and they might beat Carlsbad. They might beat Cibola if Max Preps changes or if the coaches poll changes. So West Mesa could very well jump in, and not just jump in, they could be like a 13 seed if they get in. But right now they kind of don't beat these teams. There's a lot of like three-way ties. This is how I see it so far. Rio Rancho could drop actually with the loss this week, 2 losses. They got Volcano Vista and Rio Rancho. And I'll tell you what, Rio Rancho could be in danger of dropping a lot lower. So Rio Rancho's got to have a good week. And they play the 2 best teams in the state, or 2 of the 3 best teams in the state. They could slip out of this thing, and I'm just saying, just because of the way it works, their record, they have high Max Preps. They got a lot of district champ wins, which helps them, but there's a lot of tiebreaker scenarios. So West Mesa, I'm not dogging you. You could be in this tournament. You could really help yourself with a win tonight against El Dorado. That would actually secure them in this tournament. So we'll see, guys. That's where it's looking like right now.
A Trisco.
Look at that.
I
Twitter
mean,
is already
sense.
blowing up.
after the week they had last week, they've literally only fallen 1 seed back, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of just there. They're going to stay there no matter what. They could lose, and they're not going to. They already have at least a share of the district title. I want you to think about that.
Yeah.
At Trisco Heritage, no matter what, they could lose to Volcano Vista. They already share the district title. Cleveland are rooting for that scenario to happen because, like I said, they can find themselves at the 1 seed. Get this: if Atrisco beat Volcano Vista, Cleveland will jump all the way back behind Atrisco. They'd probably be the 9 seed then. Atrisco would move up to an 8.
And like what we were talking about in the girls bracket, I mean, look at this 1 through 12 teams. I mean, there's a lot of good teams.
A lot of things that can
on this
happen.
List. I mean, Jay did that Clovis versus Hobbs game down there. I mean, that's the 7-8 right now.
Look at the 116.
Right.
Cibola beat Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly. So
Parody.
prepare for it to happen again.
Remember that is at Adam Proview 15.
Ray Rodriguez, I know you're watching this program right now. Bulletin board material. I want this printed
Cibola,
out.
they are hanging on for their lives, so a win, would really do them some favors. They have to be seated behind Rio Rancho right now.
That champion
Cibola.
anyway. So.
You think what?
Cruz is going to be the champion anyway. It doesn't matter. This is that, like Alden talked about, Hobbs. This is that redeem year. I think they get it done no matter what. So.
Well, hey.
Oh, here's our matchups tonight.
Do you want to get it going, tonight?
This is a huge one.
Yeah, this is going to be streamed. I'm going to be there.
You're going to be there.
I'm the new
calling it.
director. of
You're
Program
right. You get a
Networks, guys.
laptop.
Side
You get it
director.
done.
I can't touch you guys.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't know what I'm doing. Valley can clinch a share of the district title with the win against Hope. Their only loss in district play though is against Hope. They lost by double digits. So we'll see. Hope is kind of battling for seeding right now. This district is going to get like 5 of the top 6 seeds.
No matter what, come time pit. The Fighting
What's
Jim Murphys
what's
are
their
going to put
name?
up a show.
What's Hope's name?
The Fighting Jim Murphys.
The Fighting Jim Murphys
they're
against
gonna
the Vikings.
they're gonna put up a show in the pit no matter what, no matter where they're
I
ranked.
agree.
So.
I don't think seed matters. What matters is get a home game and don't play your district
Yep.
opponent in the first
Simple.
round. That's
There
what
you go.
matters. All right. How about this? West
TV
Mesa. We switched to the TV game. West Mesa, El Dorado. West Mesa. Do yourselves a favor. Beat El Dorado again, and you're going to be in this tournament.
Nope.
That's all they have to do. Hey, listen. They didn't just beat El Dorado. They crushed them. Did they not?
The threes were falling, that's for sure.
Okay.
The threes were falling.
Do it again, and you're in the tournament, Sean Schreier. If you lose, then you're going to be hanging on the balance of coaches pulling things that are out of your control.
Raindrops will be flying up at the nest.
Live by the three,
That's
die
on
by the
TV time.
three.
Who's got that? Sebastian Noel will be on the
Bingo!
Bingo! Here's the big one
Shout
right
out.
here. La Cueva girls hosting Piedra Vista Panthers.
Look at that.
This has big implications.
Okay, so La Cueva could get a share of the title with a win against PV. They could be co-district champs and then have a tie-breaking game, in which I don't know if they would. They might flip a coin because of their separation. Anyway, that tie-breaking game is only for seeding purposes in the district tournament. They would be considered by the NMA co-champs, which in criteria is a big deal. That would secure La Cueva as the 4 seed. I don't see the seeds changing much. PV then could lose their max prep ranking and then lose out their 1 seed against Hobbs. But this is a great game.
It is.
Aaron Rivera will be on the
That's
call
one
this
you would
week.
like to see in the wild, a bear versus a panther.
You know, I'm excited. I'm excited to see this. I'm directing this game tonight. I'm pretty sure. I'm excited to see some high-profile 5A girls basketball.
It is, man.
Well, it's 2 of the
They'll
top
put
4
on the
teams,
show.
so
Hey,
that's going to be
to the
good.
top 4.
Big week
That's it.
in all. Do we have any other? Is it or is that?
That we're out of time, so
Yep, we out.
Go to the website, check out the rest of the schedule. Some other
Big
huge
week.
games.
State
State
Talk one, we
swimming
got
and
Wednesday.
diving.
Yep, state women in diving, both men and women's.
You'll see the conclusion of District 1. A lot of stuff. It's
gonna be
fun.
huge. Huge
AYBL finals, by the way, kids.
Yeah, look it up.
Go Brody Deal. Go Supersonics.
Woo! Kobe.